So today I want to talk about stupid business advice that people give. Let's go. So often I'll hear people repeat the same things over and over about business advice, and sometimes people give great advice that I've learned a lot from, and other times people are just repeating stupid stuff that other people have said without thinking critically through it. And so in this video, what I want to do is look at some contrarian business advice that you may not have heard, but that I think is going to really serve you in real life. So the first thing I'd want to say is don't put customers first, put employees first. Now, I know that people say that the customer is always right. However, the customer is not always right. Of course, you want to respect your customers and listen to what they have to say. But instead of putting customers first, I think it's more important that you put your employees first. If you have a group of employees that are working hard every day and you're always pushing them to do more for your customers, chances are they're going to get burned out. They're not going to want to show up to work. It's going to create a toxic work environment, and they're going to give their worst to your clients or customers. Instead, if you put customers first, they're naturally going to take care of each other. They're going to love the company. And as a result, they're going to give their very best to your customers. So put your employees first, and your customers will naturally be taken well care of. People often will be so quick to say that you need to not fail, and they'll really look at failure as a four-letter F word. However, failure isn't a four-letter F word. Failure is your friend. Instead of being so concerned about failing, you should fail quicker and fail more often. If you do that, you're going to learn a lot more from your mistakes. You're going to learn a lot more what isn't working, and with that knowledge, you're going to be able to put that back into your business and figure out what is going to work really well. Every business is going to have failures. That is okay. Learn from them, put it into action, and keep moving. Other times people say you have to write endlessly long business plans and you got to plan. But the reality is planning will only get you so far. Of course, you should look ahead into the near and somewhat distant future. I think looking ahead too far is a waste of time. However, I would say instead of focusing on planning, focusing on how to react well. In other words, if you really think about how to be a very nimble, quick to decide company, you're going to be able to respond quick to challenges that arise. Of course, you need to plan. Of course, you need to figure out your value and your vision and your mission and really know who your target market is, of course. However, in real everyday life, things happen all the time that you're not going to expect or that are going to go a little bit different. And so instead, I think it's really important to learn how to have quick decision-making processes where you'll be able to react in real time instead of taking forever to make decisions. Other business advice that I often hear is that you really have to be very intimately aware of your competition and focus on them. But instead, I think it's far more important to think about who you are and who your clients are and how to delight your clients. If you're focused on your clients and you're making sure that you're taking care of them as well as possible, if all of your energy goes into getting their feedback and doing your best to react to what it is that they really need, what they're looking for, chances are you're going to outbeat your competition at the end of the day without wasting too much time focusing on them. So focus on your clients, not on your competition. Now, businesses are supposed to be all about making profit, right? Wrong. Of course, businesses need to make a profit, but instead of focusing on profit, you should really be focusing on value creation. Focus on what it is that you're going to get back to your customers, build that up, and as a result, you're going to make far more profits than if you simply looked at different ways of increasing your profit. Value is always going to be what people are going to pay for. Value is always going to be what people keep coming back to your business time and time again for. So not only is that going to help you to increase your profitability, but it's going to help you to increase your client retention for a longer period of time, which as well is going to really help with profit. So focus on what really matters, what people are actually paying for, value, and profit will come as a result. Every business needs to make sure that they have great employees, but mostly people are just scanning through resumes and whatever looks good on paper is what they're hiring for. But I would say be slow to hire and quick to fire. In other words, you really need to make sure that you're taking time to get to know people, not just for their skills, but really digging in deep and looking at their past track record. How did they perform at past jobs? What are they like as a person in day-to-day life? What do others think of them? Get to know them as a whole person. Get to see what they were like in the past, and chances are you're going to see what they're going to be like in the present if you decide to hire them for your company. On the other hand, there's some employees that from the first day, no matter how slow you were to hire, they really knew how to fool you. In those cases, you need to be quicker to fire. Some people are never going to change. Most people are going to be who they are. So make sure that you're slow to hire, quick to fire. Last but not least, stop chasing perfection. There is no such thing and will never be such a thing as a perfect business. Instead, really focus on good enough. Keep focusing on continual improvement. I always tell our employees, it's better to learn just this much day by day, which is going to become this much over a month and this much over a year and so on, instead of trying to be perfect in a day or a week or a month. Keep focusing as individuals in a business and as a business as a whole on getting just a little bit better, and perfection will become far closer than you would have ever imagined. Is there other business advice that you think is terrible? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you think something that I just said was stupid, of course, feel free to let me know in the comments too. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? I would love your support. As always, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch, and take care.